Once again, how everything going, everybody? This your boy coming back at you, Derek Tadpole Dallas, Mary Dallas baby boy. I just want to take the time right now, again, as always, to thank you guys for tuning into this channel, because it's many channels out there that you can be on. I thank you for taking a moment just to stop by here and just to take a second to listen to the things that I'm sharing. Hopefully they've been a blessing to you. And like I said, I want to ask y'all to continue to write comments. If it's anything that y'all, like I say, y'all want to discuss or talk about, let me know. If it's something I got any knowledge on, I'll definitely be willing to share it. Something else I want to say too is, I want you to write in the comments, just as an encouraging factor, if I say something that you think is good for you or beneficial for you, or something that you need to hear, or maybe you can even share with somebody else. It might not particularly be for you. It might be for somebody else. I want you to write in the comments, I needed to hear that. So that when I ask at the end who needed to hear that, I want you to write, I needed to hear that. Or whatever it may be, your friend needed to hear that. I just want you to write that in the comments to know that we having a dialogue with one another, that we're talking to each other, and you're talking to me as well as I'm talking to you. And I want to say a quick encouraging story that made me laugh, because I thought about this before I decided to film this video today, about the power of encouraging somebody. And this is not what the video is about today. I'll maybe talk about that at another time. But I remember when I was a little boy, I played Little League Baseball. Anybody who know me in sports, I never was good. I never was good. I always was trash. I used to be what they call a pity pickup. They'll pick me up on the end of at the end of the team because I wanted the last people to play, because I wasn't that good. But I always had the heart to try to play. I played because the majority of my friends played. They were good. So I said, hey, I guess I'll try to play too, just so I can have some fun with the other kids. Well, I remember I was in the 6th grade and we played Little League Baseball, and we were on a team called, at the rec center I played at, we were on a team called the Recs. The WRECKS. We was on the Recs. It was the Recs, it was the Giants, it was the Astros, it was the Reds. It was about 5 or 6 teams out there. I remember all the teams was out there. Well, I remember specifically, we were playing the Giants one night. The Giants were a really good team. They was the team to beat. They was like, had the championship several years in a row. And I remember they had won championships. We was up on them one night, and we was beating them by probably about 8 points. It was like 8, maybe like 8-0. We was wearing them out, and the game was almost over. We had a couple of innings left, and the game was over. And I remember being in the dugout. I wasn't playing, but I was in a dugout, and I had my hat turned inside out. They call it the rally cap, when you turn your head inside out. And I was standing on in the inside of the dugout, and I was ringing the fence, and I was leading the chant. Who are we, Rex? The mighty, mighty Rex. The green and white Rex. We're out of sight. Who are we, Rex? Who are we, Rex? And I was cheering. I had everybody going. I'm talking about the whole inside, excuse me for a second, the whole inside and outside of the recreation center. I mean, I was leading the charge. And I'm talking about, man, I was screaming hard, and I looked outside, everybody was out there cheering for us. I had them rocking. And I was encouraging everybody. And so I remember our coach got in some trouble with the umpire because he felt like the umpire made a bad call. So the umpire kicked him out of the game. Well, our captain at the time was this guy named Daryl. Daryl was real good in sports. He was a small guy, but he was a phenomenal athlete. And Daryl was out there on the field, and we had scored another run. Now we was up like 9-0, and you can clearly see that we were going to win the game unless a miracle happened for the other team. And I was cheering. I had the whole inside of the dugout cheering and chanting, and it was chaos. I'm talking about, it was in a good way. It was just stirred up. It was hype. And so Daryl came in. He said, hey Poe, you want to play? I said, no, I don't want to play. 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 I'm good. In other words, I was saying I'm good right here with what I'm doing. I said all that to say this. You never know the power of encouragement. See, they needed to be encouraged, and I was able to do that. I knew that my gift was not getting out there on that baseball field. Even though I played, I was mediocre at best. But I always been good at encouraging people. It don't cost you nothing to encourage nobody. It's free. It's free. You got to be willing to see people, the best come out of people. You got to be willing to allow the best to come out of them. And by doing that, you encourage people to be able to maximize whatever potential is inside of them. It's nothing like a good pat on the back. It's nothing like a good encouraging word. It's nothing like a good note to somebody, or either saying, hey man, I believe in you. You'll be surprised how many people just want to hear an encouraging word. You'll be surprised. And so Daryl and all the rest of the guys laughed because I said, no, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. But I didn't realize I was playing. I was just playing a different part on the same team. When you encourage a person, because we're all in this humanity, you're encouraging somebody, you might not be playing the particular part they're playing, but you're all in the same game and we all need each other. So I'm going to let this be that video title for the day. I was going to make that video, but I think I just did. So I don't know about you, but let me ask y'all a question. Who needed to hear that?